Hello everyone and welcome to another video. When does Ahsoka take place in the current Star Wars timeline? This is going to be an interesting question because this show apparently has a lot of time jumps. So I'm trying my best to explain where Ahsoka fits into the current Star Wars timeline. Ahsoka is part of the Mandoverse, which takes place after episode 6 and before episode 7, which also means it takes place after the events of Star Wars Rebels. In fact, many people say that this show is a direct sequel to Rebels, which is a valid assumption. More to Star Wars Rebels in a bit. The Mandoverse currently consists of 3 shows: The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett and Ahsoka. The events of the first 2 seasons of The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett are taking place before the events of Ahsoka. Ahsoka made her live action debut in chapter 13, The Jedi, which basically was a secret prologue for Ahsoka. We got to meet Ahsoka and explored what her intentions are at this point. We also got to meet one of the villains, Morgan Elsbeth, and we had of course the big Thrawn name drop. The events of The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett are said to be 9 to 10 years after the Battle of Yavin, which means it's been 5 to 6 years after episode 6 and the death of Anakin Skywalker. The Mandalorian season 3 also takes place around 10 years after the Battle of Yavin. In an interview, the actress for Sabine Wren confirmed that the events in Ahsoka are concurrent with the events of The Mandalorian season 3. That was also a reason why we had no Ahsoka or Sabine cameo or mention in season 3. To speculate a little bit, I believe that only the first half of Ahsoka is going to be concurrent with The Mandalorian season 3. The reason for that is the Shadow Council meeting towards the end of the season. Captain Pellaeon talked about Thrawn's absence and that he will rise once again very soon. I'm sure that we will see his return to the galaxy in the latter half of the season. This has to mean that this Shadow Council meeting had to be before Thrawn's return, which means that the events of Ahsoka haven't happened yet. But to go back to Star Wars Rebels and especially the epilogue, back when Rebels ended, everyone assumed that the meeting between Ahsoka and Sabine happened right after the Battle of Endor, which now has been refuted. In the Ahsoka trailer we can see them meeting multiple times at the same spot on Lothal. Dave Filoni said that the meeting we see in Rebels happened after the events of The Mandalorian season 2. The other meeting between Ahsoka and Sabine happened before The Mandalorian season 2. I know it's been really confusing, but I hope I could solve some mysteries around the timeline of Ahsoka. Ahsoka takes place 10 to 11 years after the Battle of Yavin, 6 to 7 years after episode 6, Return of the Jedi, and 24 to 25 years before episode 7, The Force Awakens. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more Star Wars videos like this, then please leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, may the Force be with you, always.